Hello everyone, how are you all doing? I am very excited to share today's topic with you. This topic is very close to my heart because I have seen its positive effects in many areas of my life. Last week, I got a wonderful opportunity to conduct a masterclass session for my blogging buddies on the topic How to Beat Procrastination and Increase Your Productivity. The response was wonderful, and I was very happy to see the interest they had in listening to my pointers and readiness to apply them into their lives. So I thought of why not to share them with you as well. This topic can be a part of Happy Mind, Happy Life series as both these terms, procrastination and productivity, they are related to our everyday life and we get affected by them. The masterclass was designed from mom's point of view, and since the attendees were bloggers, so that element was also there, like how to balance our mommy role and a role of a blogger. But they can be applied to any field. So, are you ready? Let's dive in. Hi, I'm Alpana Dev, and you are listening to Mother's Gurukul podcast. Procrastination and productivity are two separate topics, but they go hand in hand. We will talk about them in this episode. Let us start with procrastination first. What do you think a procrastinator will say? Why do I procrastinate so much? Or why do I keep procrastinating even though I know that it is bad for me? These are essential questions to know why you procrastinate and if you want to figure out how to stop doing it. As per my knowledge, observations and additional readings, the common reasons for procrastination are too many tasks. We have a lot to be done in a day. Feeling overwhelmed due to factors like large number of tasks, difficulty level, limited time in hand, our energy level, our commitments, they all sometimes force us to procrastinate. Then comes indecisiveness about how to start or what comes next. We feel overwhelmed due to the large number of tasks. We get confused, get jumbled up. We are not sure how the future will be. We all like certainty, isn't it? But when we don't know that what is going to be the future of our course of action that we're doing today, it is very hard to keep that motivation level high. Then comes laziness. This is the most common reason. Sometimes, or should I say most of the time, we don't want to do it without any specific reason. We know the urgency, but our mind feels lazy. We don't find that motivation or that zeal to do it. Lack of energy is also one of the reasons why we procrastinate. Being a mother of a mixed doubles, I call it a mixed doubles. I have a son and a daughter. I completely understand this point. Sometimes our schedule is hectic and we are not at our 100% energy level. Our body and mind both are so tired that we want to just let it be there as it is. Abstract or unrealistic goals. Thinking big is good, but we should also know our restrictions, capabilities, and priorities. Setting such goals which we know are not possible at a particular time will lead to procrastination. A disconnect from our future self. Thinking that their present self shouldn't have to bother with getting things done now if their future self will be the one who reaps the reward of their actions. The task isn't important. We feel that the task does not require our immediate attention. But if we start looking at a bigger picture, we can save ourselves from procrastination. Self-doubt. Would I be able to do it? Am I suitable for this? What if I make mistakes? And this takes us to the next point: perfectionism. Being afraid of making a mistake that they end up not taking any action at all. We blow off our projects, convinced there is no way we can meet the standards we set for ourselves. Fear of evaluation or negative feedback from others. As we grow old, we become fearful about an evaluation or negative feedback from others. We want to portray ourselves as perfect, or at least someone whose life is sorted. We wait for the right time to start something because we feel that this wait is preparing us. But sometimes it is procrastination that we name as waiting time. To successfully deal with your procrastination, you need to figure out why you procrastinate and how your procrastination is preventing you from achieving your goals so that you can formulate a concrete plan of action. Let's jump into how to stop procrastinating and increasing your productivity now. These are the 6 pointers or steps you can practice to limit procrastination. First is set your goals. Knowing where we want to go can make the journey slightly simple. The experiences that will come along the way are different, but we know which direction we are heading. Along with knowing our roles and knowing our goals, we should make sure that the goals should be realistic and achievable. In short, they should be SMART goals. S is for specific. We should know what exactly we are doing. Measurable. A stands for achievable. Now, for this point, I would like to briefly talk about the equation of productivity. Yes, we have an equation of productivity, and it is output divided by time multiplied by F, which is the fun factor. Let me explain it to you. For example, say I'm recording a podcast episode which has to go live this week. Sounds good, right? Now I'm recording a podcast episode which has to go live this week, knowing that in 15 minutes I have to attend a meeting. The only difference in these two sentences is I have to attend a meeting. I'm producing output, so I'm being productive. But would I be able to finish the recording in time and leave for my meeting? No. I will either get late for the meeting or I may completely skip it. Now, here I am producing and I'm creating output. But is it a useful output? Am I being realistic about my goals of recording and attending the meeting? So the definition that we earlier saw, which was output divided by time, it can be changed to useful output divided by time multiplied by F fun factor. Why that fun factor is there in this definition? It is because when we are reaching or when we are working on our goals or that course of action, if we are enjoying what we are doing, then we will never procrastinate. We will not need any kind of motivation, any kind of inspiration from outside. We will have that willpower, that inner desire to work and to not delay our action. Then comes R, which is realistic goals. Then is the T, time bound. Without time, it is just a dream. You will only keep planning and thinking, more like a daydreaming sort of thing. If you have a time frame that you decide for yourself, like a deadline, you're less likely to procrastinate and delay your action because you can see that deadline coming. When you are setting the goals, have them in writing. Once we have them written, we have a reliable and a trustworthy tool to remember our list. Our brain cannot remember each and everything. But most of the time, we are completely dependent on our brain to remember the task. We think that we remember everything, but the minute something else comes up, that old goal or that old task that we were trying to remember, it gets erased. So it is always better to have it in writing. Create a plan of action. Once you have your goal in place and you also know why you have been procrastinating, now is the time to chalk out a plan. See how you can chunk it down so that you would be able to concentrate on one part at a time. Create action words for your goals. Implement the plan. Many of us plan a lot, but when it comes to implementing it, all or some of the reasons of procrastination start showing its presence. You have to overcome it. It may start slow, but once you start seeing the results, I am sure you will not stop. But for that, you will have to be sincere in your efforts. Commit to it. Commitment is the key to any beginning. Unless you are 100% committed to your actions, you will not be able to see the results. Detach performance and self-worth. Always remember the crucial difference between who you are and what you achieve. There is so much more to your worth than your accomplishments. Remember why you started it in the first place. And you are doing it for yourself. Even if you do not get the desired results, still you learned something during this process. Visualize. Visualization is a very, very powerful tool. It can give you the answers if you are having difficulty in finding a connection to your future. Ask yourselves these 3 questions. Why I am doing it? Where I want to go? What value it will add to my current state if I achieve it? You will get the answers. Now, let us break it down further down. Here are the pointers that I follow. Prioritize tasks based on how important they are. That means top priority to low priority. Usually, human nature says, let us take care of the simple and easy task first. But if you want to increase your productivity, you should always start from the bigger task, the task which might need more time. Because it is easy to fit in the small task. And also depending upon your energy level, your capacity, your other restrictions, you can also mix up maybe 2 big tasks and 1 small task. So when you are making the achievable goals, you should also see what are the other commitments you have throughout the day. Because once you check mark on those tasks, by the end of the day, the feeling of happiness you will get would be very special. Get started on tasks by committing to only work on them and not getting distracted by anything. Identify when you are most and least productive and schedule your tasks accordingly. To me, it is early morning hours and afternoon hours. Create a daily goal and set deadlines for yourself. Once you create daily goals, you are telling your brain will get the signals very easily and you will be doing it without forgetting it. Remember that trustworthy tool that we are creating? So that will be created through creating your daily goals in writing. Reward yourself when you successfully implement your plan of action. It may be a cup of coffee and maybe watching your favorite movie, or maybe enjoying a relaxing time talking to your dear friend. But it should take place after you finish your daily goals. Focus on your goals instead of on the task that you have to complete. Visualize your future. Visualization your future not only gives you positive energy but also gives you an idea if your efforts are going in the right direction or not. Avoid a perfectionist mindset by accepting that your work will have flaws and it is completely okay. Develop a belief in your ability to overcome your procrastination and enjoy what you are doing. Keep in mind that F, fun factor, which is a constant factor from the equation of productivity. If you want to start a new habit and want to be consistent, then try the Seinfeld method. It is the technique that Seinfeld used himself to consistently produce new material for his comedy act and TV show year after year. Here is how Seinfeld himself described it. Get a big wall calendar that has a whole year on one page and hang it on a prominent wall. The next step was to get a big red magic marker. For each day that I do my task of writing, I get to put a big red alphabet X over that day. After a few days, you will have a chain. Just keep at it and the chain will grow longer every day. You will like seeing that chain, especially when you get a few weeks under your belt. Your only job next is to not break the chain. Don't break the chain, he said again for emphasis. Just by visualizing this technique, it seems as it'll work. It is all about forming a habit and adapting it. Whether it be starting a fitness routine or promising ourselves for self-care or starting up a new habit or a new routine, all it needs is to stay on track and fulfill the promise we have made to ourselves. So, roll up your sleeves and begin the journey. And say it to yourself, I can do it. Good luck. If you liked my tips for beating procrastination and if you want to check out what all is there on Mother's Gurukul podcast, then don't forget to check out other episodes on this show. And I would love to know your feedback. If you are joining me for the first time, then thank you for tuning in. And yes, do subscribe to this channel. If you have any suggestions on how I can make this channel more entertaining, or if you have any ideas that you would like me to talk on this show, please feel free to reach out to me through my social media handles. Alpana_Dev on Twitter, Alpana Bapat on Instagram, and Mother's Gurukul on Facebook. You can also email me at mothersgurukulpodcast@gmail.com. So I'll see you soon with a new topic on Mother's Gurukul podcast. Till then, stay blessed, stay happy. Bye-bye.